you point out. So that is an unfair accusation of Dawkins.
I'm quoting Dawkins exactly. He says that Darwin is spoke. I mean, I'm giving an exact quote.
If somebody else asks, we can come back to it, but
It's a point of fact.
next question.
Well, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it's a question for, actually a couple of questions for Peter. Very simple questions, maybe you can answer them. Am I correct to say that God created the universe, the planet Earth, everything, life, He created all life? Am I correct for that?
I think you're doing good.
Good, okay. So why did He create carnivores? Animals killing each other and eating each other, like we are too. We are breeding animals and kill them and eat them, okay? Where was He 14.5 billion years ago when the universe was created? If He created the universe. Is He 14.5 billion years old? Can you answer that?
Absolutely.
You know, you're addressing there, where was God 14.5 billion years ago? Well, He was God. He was, He's from eternity. That's the whole point of the first cause, of the prime mover that caused everything to happen. He always was. Nothing else, there's no one else we can say of them that they always were, or he or she always was, but God always was. So you can go back 140 billion years, or whatever number of billion years you want to go back. But the only thing that makes sense is that there's someone who is the first cause. And you know, atheists have a great problem with the Big Bang Theory, even though there's all kinds of indications of that, and that would indicate that everything had a beginning, the way the universe is expanding. There's lots of interesting facts about that shows that God was there in the beginning. Well, of course, the way I see it in the way that the Bible describes it, in the beginning, really, they weren't carnivores. They were eating herbs. And you know, the Bible story is that sin entered. And so the universe is flawed. None of us are trying to say that the universe in its present form is perfect. We have a flawed universe. We understand that. There is evil in this world. Nobody's trying to deny that, least of all myself. That is why Jesus came. That is why God can touch a person like Susie that I mentioned before. In this evil world, she can be a bright light to others. That is why in our church we try, for example, to have a very friendly attitude towards, say, Muslims. There's a lot of hostility. I see my Muslim friend over here. And I think you know that that's true. We don't agree on things. It's not a matter of you agreeing with me and I'm agreeing with you, but I don't consider you anything else but a friend. And that's the way we operate around the world. We're not trying to create hostility. And I believe that's the spirit of Jesus. That's what Jesus did. He loved Samaritans, Romans, and Jews equally. Did not discriminate. When the disciples wanted to call down fire from heaven, Jesus, who you call brutal or something, said, no, I didn't come to destroy men's lives but to save them. So Jesus is beautiful.
So a wolf tears apart a rabbit because Adam sinned. Does that make sense? I mean, is that even moral or logical? What fault is it of the rabbit? You know? This is just plain ludicrous, this idea that the free will of sin caused evil to come into the world. Did humans have canine teeth? When Adam was created, did he have canine teeth? We have these canines which evolved over millions of years to rip open flesh of other animals. So when Adam sinned, did these canines just go down suddenly? Oh, now he's a meat eater? Why does meat eating have anything to do with sin anyway? We know that from evolution and from biology that meat eating needs a way to survive. You need protein. You need to convert energy from the sun through plants through animals so that you can live. That's how we got here, by tearing apart other creatures. If God created this universe, he's cruel and he's a bumbler because he really made a mess of a lot of this.
Dan, as I think of your argument,